What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news update video, and we have been linked with the Bayern Munich world-class midfielder Joshua Kimmich because according to a report coming from Spain, the Spanish publication Marca is reporting that the 28-year-old German midfielder is available for a transfer because he is pretty unhappy at Bayern Munich and he thinks that he is about to face a new challenge because he has been playing at Bayern for a lot of seasons. He has won everything, but Bayern Munich had a very up and down season. They just lost to Leipzig on the weekend after being 1-0 up. They lost 3-1 at home, handing the initiative to Dortmund, and Dortmund grabbed it with both hands, winning 3-0 against Augsburg. And now Dortmund are first in the Bundesliga with one game to go. If Dortmund beat, I think, Mainz at home, they will be crowned the German champions for the first time in more than a decade. So if that happens, congratulations to Dortmund, and they will face, of course, Liverpool will face competition from Premier League giants Arsenal as well. Kimmich is, according to the reports, he's unhappy at Bayern and he's looking for a fresh new challenge. And it remains to be seen whether Liverpool are prepared to pay the asking price. But I think for a world-class midfielder who is 28 years old, he has a good 4-5 years left, at least at the top, maybe even more. Kimmich doesn't really rely on his pace and physicality for what he does in midfield. So he can go on until he's 34, 35 years old, which means that Liverpool could get still 5 brilliant years out of Joshua Kimmich. And if you divide that £50 million transfer fee for 5 years, that's like £10 million per season. I think that's a value for money deal for a player who is very experienced. He has been playing at Bayern Munich since 2015. Before that he played for RB Leipzig in the third and second Bundesliga. But since he signed for Bayern, he has won so many trophies, and this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons he has played at Bayern Munich, scoring 40 goals in 346 appearances, and he also a very experienced veteran German international with 76 international games under his belt, 5 goals, and I mean, he has been pretty good in the terms of goal scoring for a midfielder who also used to play right back. Nowadays he plays in the midfield, but he could play in the center midfield role at the right side of the center midfield, and he can play right back as well. This is exactly the kind of experienced, versatile player that Liverpool need. He scored 7 goals this season and also got, I think, 11 assists, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so 46 games, 7 goals, 11 assists, and he's hardly ever injured. The minimum amount of games that he played in a season for Bayern was 36 games in his first season, but since then he averages around 45 games per season, which is absolutely amazing, which means he's hardly ever injured at Bayern Munich, and he won the Bundesliga in each of his past 7 seasons, which is a stunning achievement. He also won the German Cup 3 times, so he has 7 Bundesliga titles, 3 German Cups, 6 German Super Cups. He also won the Champions League with Bayern in 2020. He won the UEFA Super Cup and the Club World Cup. And he also won the FIFA Confederations Cup with Germany. So he has an incredibly insane trophy cabinet. I mean, the amount of trophies and titles Joshua Kimmich has won, he is a proper true winner. And as I said, he's only 28 years old. He just turned 28 in February, which means that he has a good 5, 6, 7 years left at the top of club football and international football. I think he has a good few years left as well. His current market value is 80 million euros, which means that for 50 million pounds, that's 60 million euros, we could get him for a cheaper price than his proper market value. So what do you think about this news? Do you think Liverpool should go for Joshua Kimmich? Of course, it would be better if we sign younger players, but if we sign McAllister, who's 24, and an experienced player like Joshua Kimmich, who's 28, and he's a pure winner as well, and he's not injury prone as Thiago. Thiago has been a brilliant signing from Bayern Munich as well, and if we could reunite them, the Thiago Kimmich midfield partnership could be flourishing at Liverpool as well. And Jurgen Klopp knows Joshua Kimmich very well because he has played against him many times at Dortmund and of course at Bayern Munich as well, as a Liverpool manager and as the Dortmund manager previously. And guys, if you enjoy these transfer news updates videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest update on Liverpool's latest transfer news. And also thank you so much for your awesome support on yesterday's videos. My match review is set to hit 10,000 views, which I'm really grateful for you guys. And I think Joshua Kimmich, who has played all his professional career in Germany, in German football, he would want to try out a new challenge. And the Premier League is the most attractive and most exciting league in the world, and Liverpool could get an absolutely brilliant player in Joshua Kimmich. And of course, playing in the Premier League for Liverpool could be a very attractive option for Kimmich, and also to work with a world-class manager like Jurgen Klopp, who is also German like Joshua Kimmich, could be a very tempting proposition. And I mean, yes, 52 million pounds is a lot for a midfielder. Joshua Kimmich has everything. He has experience. He has the goal scoring ability. I think he played a very awesome career so far. So I think Liverpool should go for him, because these are the kind of winners that Liverpool need in their team. And he is also captain material. He has leadership qualities. And he is one of the most versatile players that you can get, because he can play very much offensive roles and defensive roles as well. He is a very intelligent player with very good technical ability and skills and agility. And he is a true winner in the best sense of the word. Bundesliga, the official Bundesliga website, did an article on Joshua Kimmich, and they described him as a veritable Swiss Army knife kind of a player. That he is a jack of all trades, and he can do a bit of almost everything. Guardiola once referred to him as one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. And he played as a center midfielder, sometimes even as a centre back. He played as a right back, he played as a deep-lying playmaker, he played as a box-to-box midfielder, so he's very intelligent, he's always aggressive towards the ball, he's strong in the air, and he has an eye for free space, he has supervision, and he knows when to charge forward and when to sit back. And Joshua Kimmich has drawn inspiration from Xavi and Bastian Schweinsteiger, the former Bayern Munich midfielder, and Xabi Alonso, the former Liverpool and Real Madrid and Bayern Munich midfielder as well. So those are very good, I think, very good inspirations for Joshua Kimmich. But if Liverpool want to sign Kimmich, they need to act quickly, because Man City are looking for a replacement potentially for Ilkay Gundogan, who still hasn't signed a contract extension at Man City, and of course Man City could offer Joao Cancelo in exchange. Marca also said that Arsenal and Barcelona and of course Liverpool are interested in Joshua Kimmich, so there are a lot of big clubs sniffing around. Of course, a player of this quality doesn't come on the market every season, so I think Liverpool need to grab this with both hands. And I don't think Joshua Kimmich doesn't strike me as a player who would want to have like $500,000 in wages per season. I think Liverpool's and Bayern Munich's wage structure is pretty similar, so I think Liverpool can afford Kimmich's wages and transfer fee as well. And Chris Bascombe, a Liverpool-based journalist, is reporting in the Telegraph newspaper that Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool fans have long concluded how and where it went wrong this season and why Liverpool didn't finish in the Champions League places, which is a massive disappointment. However you want to dress up this season, it has been a failure of epic proportions. After winning almost the quadruple, to finish 5th and miss out on Champions League football is a massive failure. And Liverpool need to correct these failures in the transfer market. The anticipation is that Liverpool will sign 3 midfielders and a defender, which will give fresh impetus and new blood into the Liverpool team. And I mean, 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, we looked pretty hopeless. And now we collected since then 22 out of 24 points, which is a really good run of form. But we Liverpool need to strengthen massively if we want to keep and stay competitive next season as well. The journalist is saying that it's not so difficult to see how midfielders like Alexis McAllister or Mason Mount, for example, their profiles would seamlessly blend into Jurgen Klopp's tweaked formation. Liverpool evolving into even more of a technical possession-based unit with Trent Alexander-Arnold operating in that deep lying playmaker midfield role. They are still reliant on their strikers, Liverpool, and advanced midfielders to press and counter-press. There is also no surprise that Jurgen Klopp is looking for another defender, given Ibrahim Konate has too often been injured and Virgil van Dijk had his own injury problems and knocks. And Alexander-Arnold's drifting means those behind Trent have extra responsibility to fill the gaps and to run back and defend. So Liverpool will need to sign a defensive-minded right centre midfielder, and Joshua Kimmich could be a perfect for that role because he played right back previously, so he knows this role. He can slot in at right back when Trent is further up the pitch. Jurgen Klopp delivered his plan to Liverpool's owners a while ago, and negotiations to secure his well-publicized targets as soon as possible are ongoing. And after looking for so much of this season, and that they were a club in a desperate need of a break, they now sound like they would prefer a shortened summer. And what Liverpool need is more controlling games, because we actually went behind and conceded first in 20 of the last 41 Premier League games. And that's an awful statistic for a big club like Liverpool, who should be dominating games and who should be on the front foot and score first when we start games. To concede first in virtually half of our games is really a lot, and Liverpool absolutely have to improve on this aspect of the game. And if we have better midfielders, we will definitely have more control in games, and we shouldn't get into these basketball games. You attack, we attack, you attack, we attack, because Liverpool too many times have been vulnerable in midfield and at the back, and too many times we have conceded early, and then you are chasing the game, or we have conceded first and then you are chasing the game and you are on the back foot, and the opposition team can sit back, soak up the pressure and hit you on more counter-attacks, and that's not ideal. What Liverpool need to do is have very good technical players who are physically also brilliant and who can press for the full 90 minutes if it's needed, and who can suffocate the opposition, and who also can retain possession, win second balls, even against Aston Villa. Too many times we didn't win the second balls and Aston Villa kept the possession, and it was coming back wave after wave of attacks, and it should be the other way around. And with better midfielders, hopefully Liverpool will be able to do that next season. And Virgil van Dijk gave an interview to 442 magazine where he said, "In the noises I'm hearing, it's going to be a very intense preseason with a lot of physical work, but also a lot of tactical work, trying to get ready for a tough season." That's very exciting. Players are leaving, hopefully players will come in as well, and we will be ready for the start of preseason. Will no Champions League make it harder to recruit, to sign players? No, preseason will be massive. Everybody knows we have been going through a little bit of a transition, and if I'm a player on the rise and I have options to go to the next step and Liverpool is knocking on my door, then I would be very, very interested. I don't think it's going to change much, but if someone wants to play in the Champions League no matter what, then that's their ambition. But I think with Liverpool being a regular Champions League team for like the past 5 years, players will look at this as a blip, that Liverpool just had a bad season. And it's no sugarcoating. Liverpool had an awful season by their usually high standards. We have fallen way short of the standards that we have set in the previous 4 seasons. But now Liverpool, hopefully with the right recruitment, can get back challenging for the title, challenging for the Champions League. And who knows, I still have a slight hope that Man City might get relegated, or they might get a massive points deduction next season, because 115 charges of rule breaching of financial fair play, it shouldn't just go away into the sky and not have serious repercussions. I mean, Ivan Toney got an 8-month suspension from playing football because of betting rule breaching. So, and what Man City did is a lot harsher. They should get a lot harsher punishment. Virgil van Dijk also called for greater transparency surrounding the use of VAR, because still Liverpool players didn't understand why the Cody Gakpo goal wasn't given, why Tyrone Mings wasn't sent off on his kick to Cody Gakpo's chest, and even Alisson went to the referee to ask why on earth did Tyrone Mings stay on the pitch when he in fact kicked Cody Gakpo in the chest really high. And Cody Gakpo is not a small player, he's a very big, very tall player, so for Tyrone Mings to kick him here is absolutely scandalous, and it should have been sent off. Virgil van Dijk said, "I didn't understand what was going on at all when our goal was scored. I asked Michael Overewer, the fourth official on the side of the pitch, and apparently it was a question if the Aston Villa player deliberately knocked it back or something, but I have no idea. I think it would be good if next season we can hear what the referees discuss, everyone around it, and be transparent, for them to explain with you guys, the media, coming here in the interview area. That's what happened in the Netherlands. Why not do it over here in the Premier League?" And that's where we are heading, and that's, I think, it should be an absolute minimum requirement that the VAR discussions are broadcast through the TV broadcasting, plus the referees and VAR should give interviews after the game, at least the referee, because he knows what he was discussing with VAR. So referees should give interviews after the game, and the media should ask them, why did you disallow this goal? Why did you not send this player off? Why did you make this decision? Because I think a 5-minute interview, for the amount of money that the referees are getting, I mean, they are earning hundreds of pounds a month, they should be able to give interviews after the game. So that's all the topics that I have for you guys today, and I will try to get a Liverpool Career Mode episode out later this afternoon as well. I'm just going over to record, and hopefully I can finish editing it during the afternoon. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.